Part of our 2023 North Dakota Shrine Bowl player profile. Join us as a Bismarck Century Patriot. That is Jacob Burckhard. And Jacob, for you to get nominated here your senior season to the Shrine Bowl, this all-star game, what does it mean for you?
Yeah, I think like most people for this game, it means a lot. It kind of shows like all the hard work we've put into the past, four years and all their practices each day, every season. So it just really feels like a huge honor just to be able to play in this game that's very limited. And it feels like a huge, like kind of accomplishment to end off my football career this way.
And to have a couple of Bismarck Century Patriot players for teammates to join you as well. What does it just kind of say about the program, again, having multiple guys and another run that you had at a state a title appearance here this year? What does it just say about where this program continues to be at for high school football, Jacob?
Yeah, so I think having two other guys join me during that week of practice in that game, I think it just shows a lot about mainly our coaching staff and the amount of hours they put into it each season. I really think they don't stop once a football season ends. They're always having meetings. They're always looking at the middle school kids. They're always looking at the up and coming people who are younger underclassmen. And this amount of time that they put into it each day, and always, being one with their players and stuff, always visiting, always, if they ever see them, just always being someone that they can go talk to, and always put in a lot of effort each practice. I think that just shows like just a lot from each day of practice, and especially having two other kids coming up, I think it just shows a lot about our program.
Take us through a favorite football memory of all time, whether it's something that's on the football field or something as a fan. What kind of comes to mind?
Yeah, so I think my favorite memory would be my sophomore year playing Bismarck Legacy, our first game that season, playing on ESPN U, I believe it was. That was just a huge game. It was my first varsity start at nose guard defense, and being able to play on ESPN and have a first varsity start, along with playing with Lucas Schwager and Andrew Langing on D-line, just meant meant a lot to me, and I think that was just being my favorite memory.
When you saw the rosters that did come out on the 11-man west side here, Jacob, was there a particular player or two outside of your teammates from Bismarck Century that you're looking forward to, have on your side of the football for a change for a week?
Yeah, so looking at it, I noticed from, like you said, Vegas George was playing in it. So we've been friends ever since our BMFL days back in sixth grade on the same team. And then ever since sixth grade, we've always been playing against each other. And I was competing with track and field too. So I think it'll be cool to, for once, be back on the same team once again. So I'm looking forward to that.
At particular times throughout your career, was practices sometimes harder than a little bit of the games in terms of some of the players you mentioned as your fellow line mates when you guys had to go against each other? Did you feel like there was times that, hey, a Tuesday, Wednesday practice might be a little bit more challenging than a Friday night football game with that talent that was on the line?
Yeah, I would say easily my freshman, sophomore year going up against Connor Sordall, Lucas Swigert, and Andrew Langing, those guys. I mean, going against them when I was playing scout team for our practices, helping our stars each day. I mean, that was I could definitely say those practices were a lot harder than the games, because I always going up against those three guys, just immovable, knew a lot about the game. One of the more physical people I've ever went up against. So when it came to Friday nights, even as a sophomore, I was just used to it after a whole week of practice.
After the Shrine Bowl is all said and done, kind of puts the last chapter on the high school career, so to speak here. Jacob, what's your next step in life?
Yeah, so after the Shrine Bowl, I'll start my diesel career, head to Watertown, and get my 2-year diesel degree and start the next chapter of my life, which I'm pretty looking forward to.
What just made Watertown kind of be the right fit for you here, Jacob?
Yeah, so it was just we visited last summer, and it was just a nice town. It's smaller, but they have a lot of stores and different things, and the atmosphere down there was really nice, and being a little farther south, a little nicer weather, so it just felt like a good fit for me.
Superstitious guy. Did you have to do anything before you got to a football game on a Friday night? Did your team or position group have to do anything before you got to a football game, Jacob?
Yeah, so not really a too superstitious guy. Just I always double checked my football bag, especially on away games. I know before I left every morning, head to school, I always double check my bag at least 2 to 4 times. But then before games, we were always in the locker room, always had to play music and get the locker room pretty loud and rowdy before we hit the field.
Well, thing for you, Jacob, before we let you go, what's just something that you're going to take from Coach Wingenbach and his coaching staff with you, just kind of to the next phase of your life? What's one or two things that you learned from those guys?
Yeah, so I think a couple of things that I'll take the rest of my life is just how to be a leader and a role model, and how to always, even how to like coach people different ways, and how to interact with people, and how to learn their behaviors, and just always like trying to do my best and always help the younger people out, or less experienced people out, even in my future.
Hey, Jacob, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck moving forward down to Watertown and also here at the North Dakota Shrine Bowl.
Thank you.